What's going on my outbound warriors? I'm going to cover my process in building out this campaign that I just launched today in the hopes that if you are running outbound cold emails, maybe you can take something from this and make this content to help my yesterday self. So let's just jump right into it. I scraped this data off of Apollo, and then we imported that data into clay.com. And here in Clay, we started doing some enrichments. So first off, we just normalize the name, nothing special there, skip over their emails. But I tried to do something different here. Clay can get expensive with Clay credits. So my goal with this campaign was to utilize Claygent, which is a custom web scraper that they have built into Clay. But I have it connected to my OpenAI API. So you can get runs for really cheap here. And basically, you want to have Claygent, an AI in this case, go out and do research that you would do manually, but at scale. Now, compared to a lot of the Clay creators out there, this is going to be super basic, but for me, it's a start. We're just on a journey, man. Trying to get 1% better every day. I just had this thing do company research. Typically, when you enrich a company in Clay, it's going to do it from the company LinkedIn page. Part of the reason why I did this is because I'm talking with a startup SaaS company and they want to target local businesses. And one of the issues that I was running into with trying to build out some campaigns for local businesses is that they don't have a good online presence in terms of like LinkedIn and things of that nature, which are platforms that a lot of these data providers, they aggregate data from them. So anticipating securing that partner and then moving forward with their campaigns, I needed to find a workaround to being able to utilize AI to do research at scale. So most people do have a website, and I figured what better time than to test and experiment, and better than now. So just like UR Reporter, I got this from, oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. This is so sad. Josh Whitfield, so sorry. We connect online. He uses the persona of a reporter to get a lot of value with AI. So I just, without an extensive prompt like his, and he provides a template, you can just go click it and upload it. But I just used it as a framework here. So I just told AI, hey, you're a reporter. The company normalized name is just the company, that entire row. And then the input is going to be their website. Just give us like 4 paragraphs, right, of data. And like with this first company, for instance, it's getmorereviews.com. Let's see. Let's get some context. Yeah, so review management for local businesses and marketing agencies. Okay. So let's go back and let's see what Claygent brought back to us. So here we go. It said, Get More Reviews is a company that helps businesses generate real reviews from customers. They provide review generation, reputation management. Perfect. So that looks good. And here's like the cost. So you're talking about a fraction of a penny to run that query. And so then based off of that input, we will search for, because I'm doing outbound campaigns doing outbound campaigns. And so my idea is to think about how do we provide value up front without ever talking to the prospect. So by utilizing AI to research the company and create a summary of that, now we're going to use ChatGPT to then take that output as its input and then give us some creative marketing strategies. And we could provide these in our emails up front. So instead of saying like, hey, I've got some great ideas, blah, 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 let's hop on a call. It's like, no, I've got some ideas. Here you go. Take them and run with them, right? But we're using AI. So here's the output for the creative marketing ideas for the review company. And it said to partner with local chambers of commerce to offer exclusive webinars on reputation management for members. I think that's a pretty good idea. Create a viral challenge for businesses to share their most improved review score, rewarding winners. I think that's another great idea, or good idea at least. and host a review makeover contest for small businesses to win a free year of services. I think that's another great idea. And again, we could do this at scale to everyone on this lead list, and then take that and then put it into our campaign. Like here's another one. I don't know what SERPCOM does, but launch a case study competition, webinar, and an SEO challenge. So it seems like it's using that as a framework. If you wanted to be more dynamic, I could go in and reprompt it. Ironically enough, I didn't even use this in my campaign that I launched last night, or it went out this morning. All I did was use this right here, which is using the output from Claygent on the company website research, and just using, I was on your site and saw you, blah, 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 right? But instead of putting that personalization in the beginning, I made it the second sentence. I think even maybe the third sentence, I'll check. But basically what I do first is figure out like what type of AI research we're going to leverage. And then after that, I just start creating different drafts. So all of this is AI generated, and I pulled it out. So we had it pull 3 competitors. We had a company analogy. I know you're busy sentence. I was on your site. And then after that, I just started playing around with it. I create a doc just like this. And then I just start playing around with the outputs from AI and figuring out how to integrate that into copy until I find something that feels right, that reads well when I say it out loud. And I think ultimately will convert in just different angles. I'll do like a template here. And then after the template, you go ahead and I'll input it into instantly, and it'll autofill. Then I copy that, put it back here, read it out loud, see if I like it. I didn't like a lot of these. This black, I'd probably ask ChatGPT for something to help me refine a point or rewrite a sentence for syntax purposes, which is a process of just essentially like synonyms, but it could be for large chunks of text. And you spin that, you put those variations. I do like at least 3. And I syntax as much of the email as possible so that we're not sending the same email out over and over and over at scale, because all we're doing is fighting against algorithms. So programmatically, I think about like what patterns can programmatically be noticed and probably red flagged by the algorithms of the ESPs and lower our deliverability. So yeah, I mean, I just played around with this a ton. And eventually we ended up with the output that we ran with. This is like part of it here. So I just launched this campaign this morning. Let's look at it. So I had an initial list of like 800. It was like close to 1,000, but then only 800 ended up importing in after we verified all the emails and all that stuff. And then we have 600 that actually sent out, which is extremely low volume, but good enough to test. We got 8 replies so far. I mean, it's only 11:49, so the campaign has been live for about 4 or 5 hours on a Monday. So yeah, we'll see how that all shakes out. But we do have an opportunity. Guy reached out to me. We've been going back and forth in terms of what exactly he's looking for. I'm going to pause the video because I want to show you something, but I need to blur some content. Hey, so these are 2 of the replies that have come in so far. This one I did want to highlight, but it's not allowing me to blur just a segment of the Unibox. But basically what I wanted to show here is this send the video. That came in from a campaign that was run like 7 days ago or more. I forgot because I had to blur it out and I can't see the date. But that's another benefit of cold emailing. It's not like running direct response ads where someone sees it and that's it, right? If you don't catch their attention immediately, then you've lost the opportunity. With email, as long as you get in the inbox, it's a great chance that they'll see it. And then at that point, it's just about capturing their attention with a good subject line. So in this case, I tried to use industry jargon, chat about MQLs, marketing qualified leads. I worked at a marketing consulting firm, so I know that's an internal jargon that people would use. And almost a week later, here he is responding. So that's like a fringe benefit of cold email. And then, as you can see, Javier times Mark is a subject line I was testing. Seems to be working out well. So basically, like first name, lowercase x, then your first name, people open it. I don't track open rates because I don't want to lower the deliverability, but the reply rates on that have been really solid. But yeah, I make these videos for my younger self and anybody on that journey out here just doing outbound. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're working on. I'd love to collaborate, but I need to get back to it. Peace.